Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Who has not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and watch the videos completely which are related to this lesson. Okay, let us start the today's session. Okay, in today's session we are learning about transportation in human beings. The main transport system in human beings is a circulatory system. It consists of blood, arteries, veins, capillaries and heart. Okay, let us learn one by one. First one is blood. Okay, what it will do, it transports food, oxygen and waste products. Okay, first point, what it is, transports food, oxygen and waste products. How the blood will transport the food? In human digestive system, the small intestine, the water present inside the small intestine, the villi are present inside the small intestine, they are richly supplied with the blood. They will do the work of transportation of the food. In this manner the food is transported with the help of the blood. And oxygen and waste products. Okay, oxygen also play the important role in the breakdown of the food materials and also the removal of the waste products. Okay, it consists of plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. Plasma transports food, water, carbon dioxide, nitrogen and waste, etc. Okay, that is the work of the plasma. And red blood cells, what it will do, it will transport the oxygen. And white blood cells, what it will do, it will kills the harmful microbes and protects the body. Platelets help in clotting of blood and prevents loss of blood during the injury. Okay, in this manner the plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets play a important role. Okay, next one is arteries. What it will do, it will carry a pure blood from the heart to all the parts of the body. Okay, means the transportation, it will carry a pure blood from the heart to the all the parts of the body. This work is done by the arteries. They are thick walled and do not have the walls. Okay, thick walled, they are having a thick walled but they do not have the walls. The next one is veins. They carry a impure blood from all the parts of the body to the heart. Okay, what is the work of the veins here? They will carry the impure blood. Okay, the pure blood is carried with the help of the arteries, but the impure blood is carried with the help of the veins. Okay, next, they are thin walled and have walls. These veins are having the walls, but here the wall is thin. What is the work of the capillaries here? They are the very narrow blood vessels which connects arteries and the veins together. Okay, capillaries are nothing but it is a track, which gives the tracks for the arteries and veins. Next, the exchange of food, water, oxygen, carbon dioxide and etc. Okay, capillaries also helps in the exchange of food, water, oxygen, carbon dioxide and etc. Okay, next, between the blood and cells takes place through the capillaries. Okay, what happen here, between the blood and cells takes place through the capillaries. Okay, I hope you all understood about the blood, what are the work of the plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells and the platelets, and what is the work of the arteries and what is the work of the veins, and how the capillaries also work inside the transportation of the human beings. Okay, now let us learn the heart. It is a muscular organ which pumps blood to all the parts of the body. Okay, we know that what is the working of the heart is. It is a muscular organ which pumps the blood to all the parts of the body. Okay, it has 4 chambers. The upper chambers are called as atria and the lower chambers are called as ventricles. Okay, since the ventricles pump blood to the different organs, its walls are thicker than the atria. The right and left chambers are separated by a septum. Okay, what is the work of septum here is, it prevents from the mixing of the deoxygenated blood and the oxygenated blood. Okay, the arteries and the ventricles have walls between them to prevent blood flowing backward. Okay, now let us learn how the heart will work inside the human beings. Now let us learn the working of the heart, how it will takes place inside the human beings. Okay, working of the heart, it is also known as circulation of the blood. When the left atrium relaxes, oxygenated blood from the lung flows into the pulmonary vein. Okay, when it contracts, the left ventricle expands and the blood flows into it. Okay, when the left atrium relaxes, what enters into the atrium, oxygenated blood will enters from the lungs and it will flow through the pulmonary vein. Then when it contract, the left ventricle will get expand and it will receives the oxygenated blood from the left atrium to the left ventricles. Okay, then the left ventricles contracts and the oxygenated blood is pumped out through the aorta. Okay, when the left ventricle, what happens, when it will get contract, the oxygenated blood is pumped, means it is removed out through the aorta to the all the parts of the body. Okay, after circulating through the all the parts of the body, what will happens? The deoxygenated blood has to be purified. Okay, for that purpose, what happens? The blood enters the right atrium. Okay, then further what happens? The blood will enters into the right atrium through the vena cava. When the right atrium contracts, okay, when the right atrium contracts, it has to receive the deoxygenated blood inside it. That's why when the right atrium contracts, the right ventricle expands and the blood flow into it. Inside the right atrium, the blood will flow. Which blood? Deoxygenated blood will flow into it. Then the right ventricle has to contract and the blood is pumped into the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Okay, by that time what happens? The right ventricle will get contracts and the blood is pumped to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. In lungs, what happens? The carbon dioxide is removed and oxygen is absorbed by the oxygenated blood, again enters the left atrium and the process repeats. Okay, what happens here? The deoxygenated blood has to be sent with the help of the pulmonary artery to the lungs. For what purpose? It has to remove the carbon dioxide and the oxygen has to be utilized by the human body, and it has to be absorbed and oxygenated blood again enters the left atrium. Okay, at the beginning what happens? Oxygenated blood has entered the left atrium. In the same manner, the oxygenated blood again enters into the left atrium and the process will get repeats. Okay, here the main parts are left atrium, left ventricle, right atrium and right ventricles. Okay, since blood flows through the heart twice in one cycle, it is called as double circulation. Okay, it means double circulation is nothing but what? Since blood flows throughout the heart twice in one cycle, that is called as what? Double circulation. In this manner, the heart will work inside the human beings. Okay, I hope you all understood about the working of the heart. Now let us learn hearts of mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles and fishes. Okay, first one, the heart in mammals. Birds have 4 chambers and the right and left sides of the heart is separated by the septum. Okay, what is the work of the septum here is it prevents the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood and provides sufficient supply of oxygen. Okay, this is necessary because they need more energy to maintain their body temperature. That's why the birds have the 4 chambers. Okay, and also septum is present. For what purpose septum is present here? It has to be prevent the oxygen mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Okay, the heart in amphibians and reptiles. Okay, they are having a 3 chambers and allows some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood because they do not use energy to maintain their body temperature. Okay, for what purpose? They will allow the, it is here what happens here, the septum is not present, that's why they will allow to mix up the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. That's why, and also they do not use energy. For what purpose? To maintain their body temperature. In mammals what happens? They has to maintain their body temperature, that's why the oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood will not get mixed. Okay, their body temperature is the same as the temperature of the surroundings inside the amphibians. Okay, what about the fishes? Okay, fishes are also, we can say that the respiration takes place inside the fishes through the gills. Okay, they have only 2 chambers and blood is oxygenated in the gills. Okay, I hope you all understood about the heart in mammals, heart in amphibians and reptiles, and the heart in fishes. In today's session, we learnt about transportation in human beings, and also we learnt working of the heart, how it takes place inside the body, and also we learnt heart of mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles and fishes. Okay, I hope you all understood the today's session, what we learnt. Who has not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and watch the videos related to this life process lesson in my YouTube channel, and also share the videos with your friends. Thank you for watching the video.